So The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker takes place on the ocean, the open seas, water all around you. And you know what the ocean has? The ocean has got a lot of islands. And Wind Waker's no different. There's a bunch. I forget how many. But no one's got time to visit all those islands. So, the question becomes, what are the 10 best islands? Or, one could say, the top 10 islands in Wind Waker? Okay, someone, run the thing. Let's start things off smoothly, or maybe crumbly. Pastry? Whatever. It's Crescent Moon Island. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Oh, it's Crescent Moon Island. Hold on! Well, I guess if there isn't an island named after a delicious pastry, an island with a freaking dragon will have to do. Dragon Roost Island. It's what the name says it is. First of all, it's got a dungeon. Those are generally pretty cool. Second of all, that's cool bird people. This guy, this dude, Emo Kid, Brock from Pokemon, and a single female bird person, who is also a young child. Let's never talk about this island again. Although, this place is basically the only way of communication in the Great Sea, what with its mail system. It has a fun mail sorting minigame, so let's continue talking about it, just in hushed tones. So lately, a bunch of people have been telling me to play Metal Gear Solid 5. And let me tell you, if there's one thing I know about the Metal Gear series, it's that it's stealth-based. Luckily, Wind Waker has an island that's all about stealth. While most Zelda games start you out with a dungeon in a tree, castle, or cave, Wind Waker fires you out of a cannon, into a rock formation in the middle of the ocean. Yeah. But then, Link goes and he loses his sword. So you need to sneak around the dungeon until you get it back. Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably more fun than this. But this island has a boat! Oh right, I should also mention this island is called the Forsaken Fortress. That's kind of important information. 'Cause that's an awesome name! Okay, in all honesty, I don't really like Tingle Island. But it's a more important place than it seems. First of all, Tingle should be arrested for slavery of his brothers. Wait. Oh god, I'm a terrible person. Then of course there's Knuckle, who only shows up when you get these 5 gold statues that appear only if you put a bomb in an obscure unmarked spot in each of the main dungeons. And it's really important that you do this, because if you don't, you can't take a picture of him. If you can't take a picture of him, you can't complete the Nintendo Gallery side quest. But I'll talk about that later. The really important part of this island is how it manages to break physics. A bottle, from the ocean, somehow always manages to get up on top of this tower. Good old bottle just washes up on the beach and levitates up here. This island is magic! And it's also required to finish the game. Crashing waterfalls, rushing rivers, a giant flipping tree. You can see all this and more at the Forest Haven, a 5-star luxury resort. There's daily festivities such as performances by weird tree people. For adventurers of the world, uncover the secrets of our world-renowned dungeon and fly around using one of our state-of-the-art deco leaves. And for all of you photographers out there, We have the state-of-the-art Nintendo Gallery. Leave the confines of this island to stalk every person in the history of ever. And don't worry, because if you miss someone or something who only appears once in the game, this amazing side quest becomes impossible to beat. So get ready to sail. A lot. Because Tingle bottles are salvation. By the way, if that wasn't enough, this is also the island where the adorable Cinnamon Bun Makar is. Just gotta go find him and... oh crap, I left him in the Wind Temple! I'm coming for you, Makar! Great Fish Isle. It was a simple place. But on that day, humanity received a grim reminder. That was the day that Ganondorf started his emo phase. The day turned to night, it started to rain, and this island paid the ultimate price, having to listen to Simple Plan on loop. The island always looked like this, by the way. Ganon physically did nothing to it. Mother and Child Isles aren't that interesting from a whole being an island standpoint, but as a gameplay mechanic, they're solid. It's possible to visit the island as soon as the open sea becomes available to you, but you can't really visit the island. You can just sort of look at it. So what's one to do? Get a bow, beat the temple, shoot this guy, get a warp song, which just so happens to be able to take you to the island, and then, and only then, do you find out what the walls hid from you. It's quite honestly a pretty awesome reveal that manages to teach you about several game mechanics. Plus, the Queen of Fairies is pretty cool. Also, there's a Goron. So everyone, place your bets now. What island's up next? If you legitimately said the flight control platform, I have two questions for you. A. Are you magic? B. Why are you talking to a screen? The flight control platform is an island where you can go to fly. And that's it. Even though you can fly wherever you want anyway. But let's get a little funky and break the game. First, talk to this guy to start the flying game as usual. Then go to this fence over here, drop a bomb behind you, and just as it's about to explode, do a jump slash. If you fall to the platform below, you succeeded. If you're standing on nothing, you still did it right, just looks cooler. Head back to your boat and hookshot into it without touching the water. Now just sail to Outset Island, no warping there mind you, and... Why is there a pirate ship here? What? What? Okay, well, it's obviously here because of what we just did, but this pirate ship literally only appears here at the beginning of the game. So why did doing that put it here? The flight control platform may hold the key to time travel. And space travel too, because I entered the ship and ended up on a different island. By the way, if you go to Windfall instead of Outset, there's a pirate ship there too. This place is magical! Islands owned by other people, maybe the government, they're great and all. But what about an island that you own, that you need to pay taxes on? Homeowners insurance? Who needs that when you have island owners insurance? Luckily, Wind Waker has such an island in the form of the private Oasis. The private Oasis is pretty cool for quite a few reasons, namely the fact that you own it. And since you own it, you can do pretty much anything as long as it's legal. In fact, how about I list off some things you can do here? Someone crank up the funky beat! Dance by the beach, train under waterfall, collect tingle bottles, plant a tree, use the hook shot, go up here, go over there, talk to this guy, wow that's strange, do a puzzle, that's still strange, complete a dungeon, okay, stop the music. I overlooked it the past 2 times, but seriously, what is going on? Let's just get to the point. Outset Island is awesome. It's just awesome. The design, the music, and on top of that, there's some cool stuff to do. Feeling hungry? Get some soup from your beloved grandma. Bored? This lady carries a pot around that you can shoot. Just don't talk to her afterwards. Want free stuff? Head on over to the fairy fountain. There's even a dungeon in this island, one of the hardest in the game as a matter of fact. This island also has the hardest heart piece in the game, and that is a fact. In order to get it, you need to get into a sparring match with this dude, and then land 500 hits on him without taking 3 hits. I hate this guy. His name is Orca. It would probably be easier to slice up a real orca. But getting back to the island, it also has a cave. But most importantly, lawn mowing! Okay, every island mentioned thus far has been pretty great, but there's one island in particular that has it all, and I mean everything. Windfall Island! Let's start with the shops. Bombs, potions, weird decoration, thingies, you could buy it all. But what if you have no money? Well, lucky for you, there's also some fun mini-games on this island. The side quests here are also pretty fun. There's hide and seek with the locals, the stuff you get for giving joy pendants to that lady, the statue trading side quest, and my personal favorite, taking weird pictures of random people. It's also got Tot. He dances. And if we look behind him, it's the place where I freed Tingle from jail. Probably not my best idea. There's actually a hellish maze behind that wall that you have to crawl through, but that place is pretty annoying and I already have the pictograph box that you get for beating it. Since we don't have to waste our time with that, let's check out some of the glitches that Windfall has to offer. So let's just go over, place this thing, and it duplicated! Now I just have to do that with the gold one and I'll be rich. We can also go over here, slash a few times, and you just fall through. This is probably one of the easiest glitches of all time. We could do a glitch to get rid of the local gang, but I'm not one for sticking people in purgatory. And we haven't even gone over the nightlife yet. Scary seafaring stories at the cafe, a thief roaming in the town, a pretty cool lighthouse, and best of all, eBay! Well, an auction house, but close enough. This island has everything you could ever want, and in short, that makes it pretty great. Okay, come on, you know the deal by now. There's a subscribe button, you can click that so that you get channel updates. There's Facebook and Twitter, so that you get I'm Not Dead updates. There's 2 videos planned, we got top 10 songs in Mario Kart 8. There's a review of Animal Crossing City Folk, and that should encompass everything, so click some buttons. Click the like button if you liked the video. Click the like button if you didn't like the video. Leave a comment if you, I don't know, something in between. So generally, press some buttons.